Hello and thank you for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some keyword research to help you identify trends and keyword opportunities so that if you're looking to launch a new service, whether it be bathroom, kitchens, um, tiling, painting, anytime you have an idea for a business, first thing you should do is come to Google and look up the word Google Trends, and that's going to get you started in looking for which keywords, what trends, what's happening at the moment, what geographic locations seem to be getting more of a demand for a product or service. And it's a given, right? The more we know about the traffic, then we're better positioned to be able to advertise to that traffic. So we want to try and ride those trends up, and then try to so you're not going against the tide. That's basically what we're trying to do here. So we go to Google Trends, and this is a typical way that I go about doing research. So I would come here and then I would say, okay, so I'm looking for, in this case, like bathroom renovation or remodeling, depending on what Google's already telling me. So as you can see, Google is suggesting remodeling there. See what renovation's like. So so I can see here bathroom remodeling is the way that Google's suggesting that I look at this. And what I can see up here is that that it's listed under bathroom remodeling in the US. I'm going to switch that up to Australia. And now what we can see is that trend for bathroom remodeling across the whole of Australia. And I can see ACT seems to be getting the most amount of activity at the moment, 100%. So the Google's indicating that this is a pretty hot market. Northern Territory at 68, Tasmania at 62, South Australia, and then Queensland 39. And we've got some other suggestions here. So we've got New South Wales 38, Victoria 34, Western Australia 27. So what can you do with this? Well, you can sort of see that which regions are having the most amount of activity. But thing to consider as well is that that's for that term remodeling. So if you want to refine your search, you might refine it by saying, hey, let me just add bathroom renovation, because that's how we say it here in Australia. I think remodeling might be a way they say it over there. Let's just try in the US. Let's see what renovation looks like. Okay, so what I can see, Northern Territory again. So that seems to be a hot area at the moment. And what I can see is Queensland bathroom renovation seems to be off the charts as well. So what we can see immediately is that we got two terms, and both seem to be getting quite a lot of momentum, whether it be because people just looking to renovate during a time when interest rates are so high, people are not wanting to buy a new home, but they're looking to reinvest into their existing one. So this is quite telling. And what I can see as well, individual keywords, related keywords that Google suggests here is bathroom renovation in Adelaide is off the charts at the moment. So if you run a renovation company in Adelaide, that could be the way to start. And same thing with bathroom renovations in Brisbane. That's a 50% increase. So this is telling. It's obviously a service that's in demand, and you can obviously do searches against other services as well. So like if you do bathrooms and kitchens and you're trying to work out where should I be advertising, where should I be spending my money, this is how you would do it. Got kitchen renovations there, and I can see the level of activity for kitchen renovation. So Queensland seems to be getting the most amount of activity at the moment when you combine those three together. So if you're targeting these keywords and you render these services, this is where you'd want to be. And then within Queensland, we can dig further and start getting a better idea where in Queensland. So I can see Brisbane's number one for bathroom remodeling and bathroom renovations, and a little bit on the kitchen side. But when you combine all three, that's where you would want to be. Sunshine Coast, that's an even split, or 60-40 with bathroom renovation and bathroom remodeling. The kitchen's not existent, so that might be something you look at. And then Gold Coast. Gold Coast seems to be doing okay in the bathroom remodeling and kitchen renovations. So this gives you an indication that in different geographic locations, people search differently and they interact with the Google search engine differently. And Google tracks all of these behavior and then provides it for us to look at, study it, and try to work with it, I guess. So that's number one. Number two, if I'm not using Google Trends, what I'm using is Google's Keyword Planner, and this is a bit more advanced. But look, if you try to set this up for yourself, you'll definitely save yourself a lot of time and heartache in the long run if you get this right. So worth the plan, worth the effort in learning, and worth the effort in mastering, because the better you can get at this, like I said, it's going to help. So I come on here and I do a search for bathroom renovations, and then bathroom remodeling, and then I'll just hit get results. So what it's going to do now, it's just going to go out there and it's going to give us a reading of how many times those keywords get searched per month in Australia, because I've selected Australia. And then it's going to say, hey, there's other ways to say this, or other people using other ways to call out this service. Do you want to add them to your list? So I say yes, bathroom remodeling company, that'll be one of us. And then I'll say, okay, small space renovations, maybe not, it's a bit broad. I want to stick to bathroom improvements, sure, why not? And then I'll just keep adding more and more as I go, and that list will become more and more valuable. So as I can see, bathroom renovations gets anywhere between 10,000 to 100,000 a month, which is incredibly high. And the insight here is that you could be paying anywhere between $2.57 to $11 for the top position. So anytime somebody says, oh, look, I'm paying for advertising and this doesn't work, this is why, because there's such a big gap in between these two numbers. That means that one day you could go on there and you'd be paying $2, and other days you could be paying 11, and there's a lot of aggressive playing in there. So the way to overcome these things is to narrow down in that pocket. What does that mean? Okay, well, Australia is pretty broad. So I'd be saying, how do I narrow that down further to maybe a local town or a state, or a couple of suburbs in a state? So that's where I'm going to start. As you can see, I'm targeting Australia wide. So I'm just going to say Brisbane, and see what I get. And as I hit enter, I'm going to get figures that relate to that location, and I can narrow that down even further. I can look at suburbs within Brisbane, and then these numbers will adjust, and these bids will adjust, and I can get that traffic a lot cheaper. So that's what you're trying to aim for. Is you're trying to aim for honing in on a specific target audience, and only just spend your money on those people, because we know that the highest likely to convert. And I guess the next question is, where do you show up, right? So like if you mimic what a customer would be looking at, so it would be a bathroom renovation, and I'm in Bundoora here, so I'm just going to do a search for Bundoora. For some strange reason, Aussies love to work with people next door, So anytime you can sort of target those keywords, they're going to be they're going to be the most likely to convert for you. So as you can see, bathroom renovations in Bandura, I start getting the Google Maps, and in the Google Maps, I can start getting an idea of the people that are local to me. And I know this keyword gets searched quite a number of times, but now I'm honing in on Bandura specifically. So I've got more of a chance on competing with a wide audience that have got big pockets that can spend a lot of money on advertising. So this is the way to do it, is to try and start from Google Trends, see those evolving trends of keywords, and then going into Keyword Planner, identifying how many searches and what areas you can focus on. And then from there, you can come back to Google Maps and say who's showing up for these listings in my local town, and what do I need to do to get in front of them. So I guess things that you need to be considering at this point is that you need to stand out, and to stand out in a Google listing page like this, it needs to be done right. You need to have a very strong offer and a strong reason for somebody to want to choose, maybe not choose you, because it's not what they're trying to do at this point. They're just trying to look at their options. So if you can show up in their option list, and then once we get them on your website, we can tell them why they should need, well, why they would want to work with you. That's the key. That's the thing you're looking for. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what I do when I go and I start looking at researching a customer, identifying our target audience, and then figuring out how to advertise to get in front of them. It's basically what we do here. Thanks for watching.